best Falcon impression on air.
If they don't get another chicken dinner on the day, I will shave Maxman's eyebrows.
What? Hey, wait.
Shake your
I
hands.
did not agree to this.
Agreed.
Wait,
All right.
Thank you.
For Maxman.
Continue.
no, I don't want this.
Well, this is going to be great to see. Obviously, if you want to see, now I'm rooting against Team Falcons, so now I feel a little bit conflicted here, to be honest. Let's take a look at the rankings and how they broke down in terms of money, right? Let's see the awards the teams got for this one. Maybe Rad's going to be there. Maybe they got themselves their $1,000 for the first time. Not here.
Not now.
Next one, maybe.
That would be the most unfortunate result or end of this event if they don't get any money from.
Yeah, you still get like 15K, 50K. I don't remember the last place prize. You still get some money.
Yes.
Yeah, but to have a goose egg for match rewards
consolation prize
would hurt.
We felt bad. So.
I mean, SUG is also pumping here when it comes to the money coming down in. More going their way. Airdrops as well as eliminations happening. And Team Nigma Galaxy, I mean, considering the compound that they had to work with, very nice indeed. I think for some of these teams, we saw R8, for example, head into Crabgrass very early. I don't think that's a winning strategy here on Livic. We say all the time, don't go into a city unless you think it's going to end there. It's especially important here for Livic when it comes to a lot of these cities sitting in these valleys. We don't have much time. I'm trying to talk fast. I'm sorry, I'll apologize again.
I mean, all you really need to say here is M1014.
M1014. Yeah, actually, we saw so much of it in this game.
There was so much.
And it's great to see because it's an excellent gun.
You had Nigma Galaxy versus Liquid of BTL taking the M1014 battle.
The drop down.
Yeah, the drop down. There is so much happening, right? And there you go.
And it's cool because there's so many kind of crashes that go on in this map. There's so much close combat going on in this map. That's right. And I think overall,
you're a phone.
That's right. I'm the Sony Xperia. Yeah, there's so much potential for that gun on this battleground. I think these players also are seeing it as the days go on.
I would say it's kind of similar to Vikenya in the sense you have this compounds and you have a lot of open ground around it, right? So you have to crash late game. It is a necessity. And you saw that crash from S2G versus, I believe it was 7C.
7C.
Right? The M101... Sorry, the...
M101... I'm not going to do it every time.
Okay, sorry. It was very, very impactful in that fight. So when you want to go for the crash, if you have just even one or two, it will make a pretty big difference.
Yeah, and obviously, Clarence, you've been kind of theorizing. It's not bad to have on one or two different players having a shotgun, depending on obviously on any pretty much map.
In actual meta as well, I think you can easily afford it in your loadout because M4s are so versatile, etc. And we're done.
Oh, we're done for now. Well, you're done for now. I'm not done just yet because I got to bring our casters in since we have 45 seconds left to go over onto the Candy. But before I can throw it on over to them, I'm going to give a big shout out once again here to Spotify and to Razer for helping to make this event possible. But gentlemen, we have the Kendi coming up next. Yesterday, it was a super northern circle. We're hoping for a castle finish. You know, Max would love it, but not as much as he loves these two's commentary. 7, Worlds Gaming. I want to leave you at 7, but I'm going to give you the whole thing, the whole shout out. These 7 Worlds Gaming and Avenger.
Yes, please give him the whole thing. And I think you guys should shave Max eyebrows. I second that. How about you?
Yeah.
Avenger?
I mean, I'm fantastic, and I love that segment. I love how there's just the leeway in between and the synergy in between Jason and Kalara is just crazy. It's just leaving Maxman in the dust. And also, you know, it would be nice to see Maxman fully shaven. Just not the eyebrows, the whole thing. The beard, the eyebrows, the hair, everything off. Just complete bald. And
he does have great hair, though.
Yeah, it could be the next. That could be the next bet we're gonna see from those guys. But we are on to Vikendi. We didn't get the chance to cast it yesterday, and we're off to a really, really spicy one with the playing path being super far north here, as you're gonna see once we go into the game. The stage looking amazing here in Riyadh, and as you see here, we are going really far north. So we're kind of hoping for this next one maybe to go on the southern side, right? Because that would be really hard for the teams to try to traverse that. My favorite drop here is Dino Park. The amount of loot in that place is just through the roof. You get so fast looted. Also, Cosmo is also nice, but it usually gets contested when I play it. Yeah, all right, let's see. It's going to be a castle ending. Are we going to have some crazy things happening? And it's the triple Alpha 7-7.
Most eliminations, 18, 18, and 13. And then guess what? When we go to top players, I'm not surprised to see that there.
Nice
Revo
damage.
actually, I'm intrigued by that because Revo is being able to edge off Carrillo. And as I mentioned yesterday, there's players, yes, they might be in the same team, but they like to be competitive with each other. They do like those bragging rights.
Sure.
So,
and 5 headshots from Mythic, that is crazy to see. Yeah, and knockouts too, also a 777.
Yeah, it's just Alpha 7 just dominating so far. Can they continue on with this kind of performances? And Nate Ellams, guess what? We do get one of the twins there, Luxy, with at least 2. And nobody has been able to surpass Jen Foss with that longest elimination of
73 meters longer than Race. That is just crazy. It's obviously super hard to get. Oh, my God. We're going to get super far east for this one. Actually, not too bad. As you see on your screen here, there's a lot of teams already dropping. We do have a few teams on that western side that's going to have to make a rotation, but it's going to be easy and dandy for everyone here. Again, thanks to Sony Xperia for being our official smartphone partner here at the pmwl PUBG Mobile World Invitational here at Gamers 8 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Amazing to have you guys on board. And Nigma Galaxy on screen. They're going to be sharing this combo. Not going to be a lot of loot for them, and they are going to be outside of Dino Park, just on the east side. Nobody is in there, so they could go loot that. A lot of teams on that western side is in there.
Yeah, a lot of teams with great skins, too. Keep an eye out for the PMWI packages are on sale for a limited time, and you can also win PMWI treasure crates if you play PUBG Mobile during PMWI. And while you're at it, don't forget, watch PMWI together in-game esports center with your friends to win some PMWI special sets.
Never alone on screen here for Team Falcons with a fantastic win just last one. As you see on the right side, rewards ranking is updated. $60,000 for Alpha 7, 48 for S2G, and 42 for Falcons now that they're able to put a chicken dinner on the board there. That's amazing to see. But 101 points, 30 points. Falcon actually closed the gap a little bit from the 37 we saw before. So 30 points now down to second place. But the rest is actually really close as well. Falcons, down Monkey, S2G from 50 points up to 66, 16 points difference there, and 21 up to Falcons. A lot of teams have a huge opportunity just with one game. One good game could potentially put you into the top 3.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we kind of see what happened in last week where it came down to the final match, whether it was going to be Team Falcons or Wildfire Esports. And I'm hoping that this is going to happen here, whether it's Team Falcons or whoever it might be, Alpha 7. I am a little bit biased, because Alpha 7, but Team Falcons has been performing really, really well, and hopefully they will continue to perform like that. That way, Maxman doesn't end up losing his eyebrows. He really, really, really loves him. So I'm hoping, even though I secretly want it to happen, I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
The worst thing you can do is shave one eyebrow because it takes so long for the other one to grow out, right? It does not look good, and it takes so long for it to grow out. Like one of the slowest growing hair or places of hair that you can grow out, except for your
eyelashes.
Eyelashes, exactly. Those are also pretty slow. Except if it's you, of course. You have luscious eyelashes and eyebrows, of course. So you could shave them off, and then in a couple of weeks they'll be back.
Stop it. You're making me blush. Nick Galaxy making a rotation here with the snowmobile. Boy, it's been a while since we've seen something candy, and I forgot about these snowmobiles. Definitely interesting. When I used to drive them, they were not the best with controlling them. And
yeah, they're better off-road than on the road.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. 100%.
That's
you can see them
right?
switching off there with one of the snow bikes. I don't even remember what this one is called, to be completely honest. But I know that one is, to control it, is even worse than the snowmobile. You can see Bigatron right here just taking full control of the compound. And it's interesting, as I'm looking at the map here, Vampire Esports is going to be able, if they do end up rotating towards the east, instead of making a long rotation, they are going to be able to rotate just absolutely freely to Cosmodrome and Trefno if they decide to.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be completely fine with that. The question is, how are we going to see those other rotations? Because right now we see a lot of teams coming in from that south side. There's guys. Shifu on screen is going to pick up on top. He has a GE36C in hand, I see. Maybe he prefers playing that. I actually kind of like it as well. Fortunately, I don't think it's as good as the M4. It's just somewhere in between. A little bit too weak. The punch is too high. Like it's somewhere in between the M4 and the Scar. But yeah, it's not my personal preference. But I think it's a cool weapon in general, and I think it's a nice one for this one here. Luxy with the 4X on it, he's going to be able to absolutely shred people if he's able to close them out. Not that much utility. I see 6 smokes and 1 grenade on them. Here we see coming out and rotating. They are coming in from the south side again, a really populated area.
Going to be trying to make their way up to the north by Cement Factory, and I was Gotta point out, 7Cs is still so far out. They were in Double Maestro. And with that
team... why? You know why, right?
Why?
Because we're on Vikendi, so it's a cold map. So they move slowly because they're frozen. 7Cs.
Well, it's not just Vikendi. I mean, this team has definitely been moving very, very slow. They are currently sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard. And I think we are going to be getting our first fight between S2G. Oh, no, it's actually Deadeyes and Bigatron. Deadeyes making some of the players there from Bigatron back off. I did end up seeing some of the S2G players, and we know what S2G has been able to do. If they do see an opening, they are going to make that push, especially if they get that knock. But with 7Cs, this is a team that has been playing very, very slow. They are currently sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard. Yes, they have been able to win some of the earnings, but I would like for them to become a little bit more aggressive and not playing so passive. They have the skill. We saw what Scout was able to do yesterday. Yes, it was during a show match. Yes, it was just against 2 people, but I do want to see a little bit more aggressiveness, as we do have Rod here against R8 Esports, who's going to be getting the first knock. We haven't had a nail in yet, and somebody's going to be looking forward to it. Is it going to be Rod? He's going to be wanting to confirm that. You can see Rod being the first one to eliminate right there and getting $2,000.
Oh, he goes down as well.
Getting knocked from behind.
Yeah, and Rod is looking pretty damn good here. That was impressive. Rod being able to take down R8 Esports. Super impressive of the guys coming out of Egypt here. Kaito on screen. Well played by them. Now we have Deadeyes, guys. More G36Cs in action. Smoke come out. I think Sheaf is going to be completely done here. Yeah, he's going to bleed out. That's unfortunate for Deadeyes, guys. Losing a player like that. That is Luxy confirming that one. And now the circle is closing. Luckily, it's kind of center. It's going to be kind of easy here for Peshkova. We could see a potential urban ending with that. Peshkova is actually kind of nice with that road that's going through the center and all the open buildings. A lot of fights for that. And as you're pointing out here, a lot of teams are still not inside the circle, 7.
Yeah, Enigma Galaxy very separate from each other. I think they're looting. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that team. Maybe they're trying to get some of the heals. Hopefully they're not trying to go for a heal up. Team Falcons making now their push towards the east. And then you see them one Kia just sneakily making them push towards up north. Right. You need to be careful because they might end up running into Alpha 7 because Alpha 7 is going to take that full control. So I think 2 teams that had the exact same idea, interested to see what's going to happen there if Dem1 Kia does not end up just changing their rotation. Overall, though, most of the teams now in this zone, Bigatron set themselves up perfectly. I'm glad that they didn't end up losing anybody earlier to Deadeyes, as I think they were scouting to see if they wanted to take that compound. Deadeyes did back them up just in time to stop everybody else. And Bigatron is currently playing with both of their twins, Luxy and Suxy. So I think it might be just that Luxy doesn't like Livik. I'll have to ask him and I'll find out for everybody tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great to hear. And obviously there's also that touch, right? We're playing these 6 different maps. Some players might have a huge preference. Like, it's one of their favorite maps, right? And the other players, if they hate it, you want to swap out. You want to have these players that have a huge insight and a lot of knowledge, because the terrain on each map is so vastly different. So if you're able to have an upper hand or some information that some of the other players don't have, that's the nice thing about being able to substitute, every single game. The synergy between the 5 guys are obviously very high usually. First airdrop collected here for Calcy for S2G. S2G representing here out of Turkey. Ooh, that is 7C gone down. That is not good for them. S2G being able to find that one. Race on screen, as you see. This 3-finger setup, it looks like.
I forgot how wonderful that ghillie suit does look on the snow.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Taking advantage of it. It looks absolutely
so
amazing.
hard to see players when they're rocking it and they're playing it as well. Like when they're super slow or move quick, then sit still. Shots coming in here from Race. A lot of G36 in play. I like that.
None of this team is having to rotate yet. The circle hasn't fully closed. Alpha 7 did end up moving a little bit more north, kind of freeing the way up for Dem1 Kia. Team Falcons now positioning themselves between Alpha 7 and Dem1 Kia. Guess what? Dem1 Kia now needs to be careful because they might end up getting sandwiched here between Enigma Galaxy and Alpha 7, as Alpha 7 is starting to go a little bit south, seeing if they want to take that compound. It comes down to what the circle is going to do. What are we going to end up getting? Are we going to get a somewhat of an urban? We are.
That maintains a lot of water, which means that the teams that are on the east side, close to the water, can play that uphill. But Peshkova is going to be crucial for this. I could see a few teams, maybe even 3 or 4, trying to just rush that and prioritize having that, because it is quite heavily center right now. more teams are trying to rush into some better angles. Right now, Enigma Galaxy outside the zone here, 7. It's not looking good for them. They have a far way ahead of them, and they have a few teams that potentially could be gatekeeping. Does Fabian know? I'm not sure. Fabian's just running in the open here. Rove could potentially take some shots, but he's waiting. Fabian could turn. He is inside the zone right now. Shots up. They're 3-2-1ing that one, and Freak and Raouf is able to take down Fabian quickly and disperse of that. Meanwhile, the last 3 players from Damonkier, they're going to be rotating into the zone here on the southeast side and try to prioritize that.
They're going to have to be careful. Alpha 7, Mafioso is going to be holding an angle there for his team, and he might be able to spot some of the players there from Damonkier. Damonkier already losing one of the players from Enigma Galaxy. Great action that we saw there from Enigma Galaxy, waiting for everybody to be on the same page. Now, Star Wars Esports stop getting knocked by S2G. S2G, we talked about this ghillie suit. It's really, really hard to spot. Can he take even more advantage of it as he was able to knock top by surprise? Scree getting knocked as well from S2G. This is going to be a full S2G advantage as they do have the numbers. We saw one of the players also trying to get it one of the angles too. Hamsi, Pika slowing down a little bit. Action there with him too. What a beautiful grenade there. Pika almost getting knocked, and there's going to be another nade going his way. He needs to be careful. Oh, almost 5 HP. The only thing that's currently holding him off.
Molotov's being deployed for Cold C. He has a 303 West, of course. Being able to get that airdrop really closely early on. That's a nice push here. That's a sweep around the edge for S2G. They could be pushing on that, trying to take down Scry, confirm that one. Meanwhile, see just a few players left. That is it for that. That is super well executed in that situation. Starwood has to back off, and it's just Action now. Together with Pika inside the smoke. Action finds Race. That's important. Action with some more pressure onto the SG guys, helping out Pika. It's unfortunate for Stalwart, down to just 2 players now, not being able to... Oh, that's a big situation for them to take that one out. That vehicle could be crucial for them. Call C with the Mark 14, so strong, even up close range. Pika trying to nade that corner 7.
Yeah, these 2 teams are fighting for so long that I'm wondering if 7 Seas is very close by. Are they going to decide to make a push and try to third party this? It was the aggression that I want to see out of 7 Seas, but I don't think they're going to be doing it. You can see Hamsi picking up his teammate right there. Action and Pika, though, ultimately being able to hold it off for a very long time for their team, and they're still trying to find some of the other people. I think they have spotted some of the other players there from STG, hoping that they can get some kind of elimination. We do end up getting a new circle, and it is going to go a little bit towards the northeast. I think this is going to be benefiting in a big way. Vampire Esports, Alpha 7, and Bigatron is going to have to decide which way up the road are they going to want to be. Are they going to want to be with Vampire Esports, or are they going to want to be with Alpha 7? As the fight between SCG and Star Wars Esports does continue. Star Wars Esports Action currently getting shot from the back by players of SCG. You can see Pika currently laying down Silas. Action goes down to Hamsi. Now Star Wars Esports, Pika trying to figure out what he's going to be doing here, waiting for the right moment. We do start seeing now 7 Cs slowly but surely starting to come up. Are they going to want to participate on this? And honestly, if I'm 7 Cs at this point, just continue on to the zone. It is too late. You don't want to third party this. Focus on the zone, get to the safe zone. And Rod, meanwhile, they absolutely send it towards the ocean, and great thing they did, because they only ended up just getting one of their players. Now you can see Carrillo currently shooting at Ravenclaw. Is he going to be able to connect? He's not able to get that knockdown. Now
this is a huge play by Alpha 7. Them being able to take that compound. They just saw the circle go north. Nobody was in there, and they pushed that, locked it down. All 4 guys super strong in this situation. Damonkier could potentially take one of the Rod players down. They're trying to defend this off, and that's going to be a dirty fight there on the east side. Meanwhile, Bigatron is coming in on the south side. I think they're going to be fighting Falcon. Yeah, you see right now on screen, Nick McGalaxy just gone down here to Damonkier. Such a good play from him.
Yeah, wonderful grenades, and that's going to help him for that match reward. Don't forget, special eliminations. That's going to be huge, especially with the most special eliminations as well.
Yeah.
Team Falcons just playing very slow, coming out from a
rough
great
circle
game for
here
them.
With so much water, 7. It's crazy, right?
Indeed. SCG playing it. Now SCG is trying to figure out how are they going to be able to get into this one, and where are they going to end up going, because of that fight that took so long between them and the Star Wars Esports is going to put them at a huge disadvantage. Team Falcons, Yusuf able to spot Sluxy right there, not able to get the knock. Decides to back off with them more. Guess what? Suxy is able to spot Powerful there. He does get some shots very, very low. He's going to be throwing the Molotov. Just decides to back him off. Great Molotov from Bigatron right there. Meanwhile, Jamfo's relocating himself, trying to get some angles.
Oh, look at that. Falcon's push down here on the lower ground. It's going to be hard for Bigatron to defend. Lux is still knocked. Genfos also in a situation where they can't get the res off. Suxy's going to go for Luxy right now, and they have very little time. Falcon's going to be pushing up aggressively in this. This is a super good execution by Falcons. Kalsi with the mark 14 now pushing Genfos. Ooh, a lot of damage coming out here. It's a dangerous gun. 303 as well. Bigatron in the middle of this sandwich.
Falcons just went in patiently. There is some things that are going to end up going to SG. SG, we saw the aggressiveness from them earlier. They are going to be pushing on Bigatron, and Bigatron is going to get eliminated. Now SG is going to have to switch their focus to Team Falcons, and that's exactly what they're doing as they're going to be trying to get one of the knocks. Guess what? Damar is able to start the engagement. He ends up getting knocked there on Kalsi, and they're able to trade out somebody too because Hamsi from SG just went down as well. And Team Falcons, the aggressiveness out of this team is just great. Silas is able to get some knocks. Can he confirm on the other knock? Too powerful, decides to lay it down. Silas with the M4 looking to get those headshots. He's not able to. Powerful, able to remain alive and just go and help out his team. Now they need to worry about how they're going to make this rotation up north towards the circle. Damwon Kia currently swimming.
We saw it yesterday in the other Vikendi, super far northwest circle. Now we have a super far east circle. So much water in play, and it eliminates so many compounds. That's why we have these wild situations where you see so many teams trying to push for the same compound. Third-partying so much Alpha 7 here, trying to deny the push from Powerful. Team Falcons trying to just get a foot inside this circle here. But Alpha 7 says no.
Team Falcons just barely being able to maintain themselves alive right there. They do have a lot of the other players that are going to end up rotating, but guess what? Alpha 7 is just not having any of that. They're looking at all the angles. They're trying to find just any of the players from Team Falcons to knock them and eliminate them. That way they can move on and focus on what's ahead, which is going to be Rod, Damwon Kia, and Vampire Esports. But here we go. Never Alone. Can you get some of those shots in?
Connects a few onto Rero, but now he has to heal. Ticking slowly down now. He has 5 first aids. A little bit too early on the pop of the first aid. Powerful tries to push, but instantly denied by the UMP by Mafioso. Sadat finds Powerful, though, on the other side. 2 guys here from Rad, Stat and Munir. They are on the edge of the zone inside, but they are going to have to make a move as well. Damwon Kia, 3 players inside the circle, 2. Also have Vampire inside that circle here. Next circle has Pop, and you can see here on your screen, top far right minimap, Vampire has just this little compound that they're able to hold on to. Meanwhile, the guys on the south, Alpha 7 and Arad, they are going to have to move in this situation here. Falcons eventually is going to go down to the zone, trying to blue zone heal right now. Good shots coming in from Vampire. They have to deny this push here. Never Alone finds Rero. That's going to delay them, and that's going to be really crucial for their further campaign in this zone here.
It really is. There you go. Never Alone gets eliminated by the place. But Alpha 7, as you mentioned, it just getting hindered by their rotation, and they are going to have to push on Rod here. Is the only way that they can rotate. They don't want to take on Vampire Esports just yet. Mythic is going to be able to get the revive right there, and now Damwon Kia, they went from swimming to trying to figure out if they want to push the action a little bit towards Vampire Esports, playing it super, super slow, and this is the right way to play. And we also see Rod, they do have a DPS at hand. Alpha 7 needs to be careful when they get to very, very close range. Yes, they do have those UMP, but, I mean, the DPS is just way too powerful when you are that close. Here we go, Carrillo, who's going to be able to see each other first. Rod, Seda, not being able to get at least one of the knocks there. Can he get another of the knocks? He does end up getting a finish there on Mythic. Seda by himself ends up getting knocked down by one of the Revo nades, and now he comes down to Munir. Can Munir get any of this? No, he's not. Rod is going to get eliminated by Alpha 7. Alpha 7 ends up losing Mythic to the DBS. Vampire Esports Stone making their way a little bit closer towards Alpha 7. That's a great, great strategy there. They know that they currently have the advantage. Ravenclaw and Stone, they're going to lay down some of the nades, some of the Molotovs as well, trying to control where Alpha 7 is going to be rotating. The